Good morning, everybody. Here we are for chair yoga. Hope you're ready for a good stretch. Good to have you here with me today. Let's start out with our good yoga posture. And you know what that is. We've been doing this for a long time. My only reminder is to make sure your building is stacked appropriately, where your shoulders and your ears and your hips are all in line with each other. Good, but not in that order, right? Good. All right, let's close our eyes just for a moment and just relax, focusing on our bodies and what we're going to do today. Good. Relaxing, breathing, taking that inventory of the body, what's sore, what's tight, and remembering that for later. So when we get to it, we can really focus on breathing into that spot. Good. All right. Now let's open up those eyes. Good. Let's start with our turtle chin. So I want you to stick your chin out and then bring it back. So those ears are right over the shoulders. Good. Stick that chin out. And bring it back. Good. And stick that chin out. And bring it back. Good. One more time. Stick it out there. Like the turtle looking for food, and then you say, oh, there is none. Good. All right. So keeping that tucked chin. So keeping your chin tucked. I want you to turn to one side. It's going to be harder than normal, right? Because our chin is tucked in. And bringing it back to the center, let's turn in the other direction. Good, and bring it right back to the center. Now, just rotate right at the neck and tuck that chin in. Working through that neck. Good. And then let's bring that head all the way up. Now, I don't know about you, but let's relax. So when I pushed in here, I really felt that tension right underneath my breastbone into that body. So let's just do a little cat and cow here. So let's curl through the spine like I told you, some sad news. And then maybe the sad news would be the ice cream freezer broke. Oh, that'd be sad. Right, and then I say, oh, I was just kidding, and inhale and lift. And guess what? They have pumpkin. No, I really don't know if they do. I'm just saying that might make a lot of us happy, right? So curl and inhale and lift and look up. Good, and curl and lift and look up. Good. Bringing that spine to neutral. Good. I want you to just look up to one side and down to the other. It's a nice slow motion. I'm not going fast. I'm just looking down and up. Down and up. Good. Stretching through that neck. This time I want you to hold it, bringing the chin in towards your neck just a little bit, in towards the shoulder. Feeling that nice stretch. And bringing the head back to neutral. Let's do the other side. So we look up and we look down. Up and down. Good. Up, down, up, and down. Holding right here. Holding right here. Good. And bringing that head right to neutral. All right, tuck your chin one more time. Good. Breathing into the back of the neck. And then let's bring that head all the way up. Good. So from here, we're going to work a little bit more on the neck, but let's move the body a little bit. So we're going to rock it forward and bring it back up, keeping your spine right in line with itself. Rocking forward and rocking back. Good. Rocking forward, rocking back, keeping everything in line. We're just hinging at the hip. Good job. Let's do one more right here. Last one. There it is. Good. And sitting up nice and tall. Good. Now let's take that ear over to the side. So we're going to take a gentle pressure here. And I want you to sit up nice and tall, leaning that ear over. Bring that chin down on that diagonal, feeling that nice stretch. Now, I'm not pulling or tugging, I'm just adding a little extra weight, the weight of my hand. So bringing that chin on that diagonal, feeling that stretch. And bringing that ear over, releasing the hand, bringing it up. Let's do the other side. Gentle pressure, bringing that chin down. Good, bring that ear back up, and let's release it. Good, let's shrug just a little bit right here. Easy, gentle shrug. Good. Now let's strengthen that neck a little bit. So we're going to bring those hands right up, bringing them right behind your head. For some of us, we can't do that anymore, right? So it's okay to put your hands on your shoulders or on your hips. But if you do that, I want you to think about what it would feel like if the hands were behind the head. So I want you to push back. Even if you're here, I want you to push back. Remember the turtle that we did? I want you to do the turtle tuck right there. And we're just going to hold it right there, building that strength in the upper part of the shoulder and the back of the head, back of the neck. Good. Now keeping those elbows nice and wide, let's rock to one side, but keep yourself solid in your chair. Feeling the stretch through the side. Breathe. And bring it up. And bring it to the other side, keeping yourself solidly in your chair. Breathe. Good. All right. Roll those shoulders. There we go. Is that right? No. Keep rolling your shoulders. Roll those shoulders. Okay, it's working. I'm going to just put that there. Roll those shoulders. Good. Now reach them out, open. I think I bumped it. Sometimes I bump it. And then bring it forward. Curl. The batteries are relatively new, so it should open. So we'll open it up. Nice stretch back. We're strengthening those posture muscles here. And bring it back forward. Just a little curl through the spine. Inhale, lift, cactus pose right here. Same process. I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back. Good. And then let's stretch it forward with a curl, bringing those elbows together. Good. And then open. And together. Good. Just a nice neck and shoulder stretch to start today. And then open. Good. Now bring them down. Let's shrug those shoulders up just that little bit. Give them a shake and a wiggle. Let's march out our feet, making some stomping noises. Let the neighbor hear you underneath you if you live in an apartment or one of the condo units. Good. When we do this, we're bringing blood into our extremities, and that makes it easier so when we stand up, we don't get that little bit of dizzy. Good. It also, if you have edema down in your legs, it's going to help bring some oxygen into those areas, which is really important. All right, let's put those feet on the floor. Let's go ahead and stand up. And we're going to come behind our chair, which I'll turn mine so that you can see what I'm going to do. Very good. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to start right out with that back stretch. So we're going to do that down dog. So if you decided to stay seated in the chair, you could just put your heels out and lift your arms to the sky, sticking that tailbone back. There we go. Stretch it out. Happy dog tail, stretch that out. Good. Reach that tail back. Good. One more breath here. Your ears are between your arms. Good. Now I want you to look up just a little bit. So we lift just a little bit. And we're going to put one leg forward, standing in. Warrior one right here, good. So if you need to, you can always step forward a little bit so you can get that heel towards the floor. But we can hold the chair for stability if we need it, or we're holding the hip. Reaching to one side, really stretch it up and push that heel towards the floor. Coming over to the side. Good, feel that good stretch in that hip. And then let's bring it up. Let's lean into it like you're going to shake my hand right through the screen. Good, we can't do that anymore though, right? We can wave. Inhale, lift it up. Maybe a little bend of the back knee and a little back bend here. You decide what feels right for you. If that hurts your back or you have stenosis, maybe that's too much of a back bend. Good, and then let's bring the arms down. Still in this warrior one position with the legs. Let's clasp those hands together. We're going to push down, look up. So if you are in the chair, you're seated side saddle, and you can do all these same exercises. Good, now tuck your chin. Feeling that stretch. Good. All right, and then let's come forward. If I get a text message during class, I always check my watch because it might be one of you telling me something's wrong. So just so you know, I'm not trying to be rude when I do that. All right, let's go back into the back stretch again. Nice back stretch here, really stretching it back. If you're on the chair, feet are forward on your heels and we're lifting towards the sky. One more breath here. Good, let's look up. Take that step forward with the other leg. Good. And this might make it so it's too wide for you. So take a step forward if you'd rather. We're going to reach that one arm up, hand on the hip or hand on the chair. You know where you need to go. And then let's come over to the side. Good, stretching, pushing that heel towards the back, feeling that good stretch in the spine. Inhale, let's lift, let's reach it forward. Like you're trying to reach my hand and tickle my fingers, or tickle my fingers. Good, then inhale, lift with a little back bend, stretching it back. Pushing that back heel into the floor. Good, then bringing that arm down, we're going to take those hands and push them down towards the floor. Standing up nice and tall and proud, that chest is lifted. Tucking that chin, looking down. Balance challenge, isn't it? Yeah. Good, let's lift it up. Undo those arms. Good, and then let's step it forward right here, kicking those heels up towards that back side. Good. All right. That feels good sometimes, doesn't it? Just to kick right here. It stretches to the front of that leg ever so slightly. Good. Next week we'll get a really good stretch into that quadricep muscle. All right, so I'm going to turn my chair here back to the front so that you can see me. Let's work just a little bit on those hips. So we're going to stand in a wide stance, softening through those knees. I want you to just lean forward and look at the floor, keeping your ears and shoulders in line. If you don't need to hold the chair, you don't have to. Pushing those hips all the way back. Good, now let's come up. And we're going to do that same thing again, but we're going to put more of a bend in the knee. So bending your knees, hinging at the hip, come forward, push it back. See the difference. Can you feel the difference in the stretch? Where you feel it. You can hold the chair if you like. Good. Now notice my knees didn't go over my toes. I just pushed the bottom back. Good. Building strength in those thighs here too. Push through those legs. Good. Keeping those legs a little wider. Let's rock. Stretch. Bring it up. Rock it side. Stretching through that inner thigh. Keeping those toes forward, never locking out those knees. Up and over we go. Last one right here. Good, and let's walk those hands in. All right. I guess I shouldn't have turned my chair back. Here we go. Let's stretch now. So we did side to side. Let's stretch a little bit into that hamstring. So we're going to bring that one heel forward, standing up nice and tall. Let's bend our back knee. Good. Elongate through the spine and then come forward. And see how that was different than what we do sometimes, right? So we elongated before we came forward. Good. Breathing those nice big deep breaths. And then let's bring that up. Let's reach it up, stretch it up tall, a little back bend. Good. And now let's come back to where we were. So we're going to shift that weight back, elongate through the hip, and then leaning forward, lifting that toe. Good. Let's play with that just a little bit. So take your toe and put it on the floor. How does that feel? Did you notice how it changed where you're stretching? It's not so much hip or hamstring now, it's more calf muscle. I still feel it in my hips, but I feel it more in my calves too. All right, and then let's bring it up. Let's give those hips a wiggle and a shake, a move. And let's do that other side. So that heel goes up. We elongate through the spine, leaning back just a little bit into that standing leg. Now we hinge forward. Do you feel the difference there? Do you feel how that elongated that spine just a little bit more? Maybe it'll make us a titch taller. Maybe not. Putting that foot on the floor, let's rock those hips forward, keeping the back heel on the floor, maybe a little bit of a back bend. And then let's come forward one more time. If you're on the chair, if you did not get off the chair, you could do those calf stretches there, elongating through that spine one more time. Let's play with the foot, put the foot to the floor. See how that changed that stretch for you. Good, and then let's come all the way up. I'm going to turn my chair one more time. I'm going to come to the side of my chair, but you can stay to the back of your chair. Good. All right. So we're going to work with the inner leg. So I want you to lift that leg up. And here we are, Statue of Liberty right here. If you can, we're going to let go of that chair. Just working on our balance. Good. You could actually put your book right here if you wanted, right? Your book of names right there. Ooh. Made me a little wobbly when I looked down. How about you? Yeah. Good. Breathing, nice big deep breaths. And bring it all the way down. Good. Let's march around to the other side so that we can grab the chair should we need to. We're going to lift that leg up. Here's our Statue of Liberty pose. If you're comfortable letting go of the chair, here's your book and you can look at it. Ooh, it made me dizzy again. Wow. I guess I'll just look forward for today. There. Good job. All right, and bring it all the way down. Good. We did a little bit of this yesterday in balance class, but I want to do a little bit differently today. So I want you to do some side stepping. So let's do it one more time. Okay, this time I want you to stay on your tiptoes, and we're going to tiptoe across. Good. Now on your heels, walk on your heels. I know your mother always told you don't walk on your heels, you're going to wreck your shoes. We're not going to do it long. Good, walking on those heels. Chairs right here if you need it. Good, back to those toes. Let's walk it to the toes. And on those heels. Good, go back on your heels to the other side. And then up on those toes. Good, and bring them all the way down here after all that calf stretching, right? All right, let's have a seat back in that chair. Good, and if those calf muscles tighten up a little bit, let's put those heels forward, sitting nice and tall, hinging at the hip. Let's ride our paddle, or paddle your paddle board, or your paddle boat. There we go, paddle boat. So rock those feet. Good, all right, and then let's come all the way up, sitting up nice and tall, and leaning back into that chair. Good, now let's take one leg, we're gonna hug it in. Good, sitting up nice and tall, hug it into where you're comfortable. If you're comfortable is way down here and you feel a stretch there, that is perfectly fine. Good, holding that leg in. Good. Push your chest a little forward. Elongate the other leg if you'd like to get a deeper stretch into that piriformis. Where's your pelvis? Your pelvis should be in line with the rest of your body, so don't let it rock backward. Good. It's probably not a question you hear very often, right? All right, let's slide that foot back on the floor. Let's take that leg right here. We're just going to take it right here, and we're just going to rock it up and to the side, up and across to the side. So I'm coming across the body just a little bit. I'm working into that piriformis area, into that hip, rocking it side to side. All right, last one right here. Hold it here, hold it here. Good, hug it in. Good, so it's across the body. I'm hugging in across the body. Good, now let's straighten it up. Let's straighten it out. Ooh, I feel that. All right, now I want you to keep that leg nice and long. Can you sit up off the back of your chair, keeping that leg long? Let it fall to the floor. Reaching with the opposite hand. Wow, what a stretch right into that hip, huh? Big stretch into that hip. Yep, we're still going. Good. And then let's bring it up. Good job. And we have to do that whole thing on the other side. So hug that leg in, push that chest forward, tilt your pelvis a little bit forward. Where's your pelvis, right? There we go. Elongate that leg. Good. Positioning of the body is incredibly important in yoga. Good. And in life too, right? How we sit, how we stand, how we ride in the car, how we lay in the bed, they're all important to our posture and how our pain level is. So let's take that leg, I'm going to grab at the top, I'm going to rock to the side and then rock across. So I'm working into that piriformis, into the side leg, and you do the best you can. So if this is what you got way down here, just a little open and close, that's fine. That's fine. You do you. Good. So up and across. I can't do this side as well. It's a little tighter. It's kind of interesting because it's usually it feels looser. Didn't know it was tight. All right, now let's hold it across the body. Just that little bit of a pull, a tug. So I'm really feeling it into that piriformis, that sciatic nerve area. Feel that good stretch. Slide that foot, put it on the floor, bring that leg right here. Let's kick it out. Kick it out. Good. Feeling that stretch. Hold it here, hold it, flex your foot. Good, bringing that leg up and over, reaching for that foot. Good. And breathing. And then let's come all the way up. Bringing those legs out wide. Let's just rock them in and out. Feeling that stretch into the hip when your knees come together. Feel that stretch in the hip when the knees come together. Good. Holding those knees in right here. Just hold it. Feel that nice stretch. Breathing. Relaxing. then let's bring it all the way here. Let's walk it in. Good. Now bring your palms up. Good, like I'm inspecting your hands to make sure you really wash them, right? And you remember your kids saying too, we want to smell them? No thanks. And then let's take those arms and stretch them out, pushing those fingers to the floor, stretching through that palm. Good, and then bring those fingers in. Ooh, I feel that in the back of my arm. And then stretch them out. And bring them in. One more time, stretch them out. And bring it in. Good, now release those elbows right down towards your sides. We're going to do that roll like we're cleaning the bowl. Good, and then roll vaguely the other way. Good, right here I want you to put your double fists. We're going to go one up, one down, stretching into that carpal tunnel area. Good. Good job. And then give them a shake and a wiggle. Good. All right, open up those hands. Let's roll those thumbs. A little bit of twiddling of the thumbs actually is good for us, a little thumb twiddling, and then roll the other way. Good. Let's see if we can do this next one. So roll just the index finger. Can you just roll the index finger? We're isolating for small muscle control movement. And rolling that, just that index finger. Good, and then let's do that middle finger, the tall man, for those of you out there that don't like to call it the middle finger, and then roll the other way. And some of you like to call that your social finger. Okay, let's do just the ring finger, and guess what, when you do just the ring finger, the pinky finger wants to help, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. See if you can just isolate that ring finger, and then just the pinky. Just the pinky, rolling that circle and rolling it back. Good, now make a fist and let it go. Actually, let's flick. So flick like you're flicking water off your fingertips. Flick, flick, flick. And then let's sit back in that chair, sitting up nice and tall. We started with that neck turn a little bit, right? But we were tucked in this time. Just sit comfortably. Hopefully you feel like your shoulders and your ears are right in line with each other. Good. Bringing that head right to the center is, yes, it really is October 1st today. Can't believe it. Good job. Oh, last one right there. Now let's sit back in that chair, calming the body, just relaxing just this little bit. Feeling ourselves soften as we sit back. I want you to relax that body, unclench anything that you normally would hold tight. Maybe that would be your jaw, your tummy. Let your tummy feel loose and soft. And unclench the muscles in the thighs and the buttocks so that you feel soft in that chair. Feeling relaxed in the chair. Quieting your mind. If any one thought, just recognize, yep, I got that thought and I'm just going to let it go for now. Let them just float around in your mind. Not letting one thought take over. Relaxing for this last moment in quiet while we listen to the music. This is a great time to turn that TV off if you'd like and do your own meditation. And breathe. holding on to that softness, that quiet feeling. Let's open up those eyes. Take that big deep breath, inhale, lift. Hands come to prayer, prayer hands come to your heart. Thank you for joining me with chair yoga today. I hope that you got a good stretch, that you feel energized and ready for a nice nap this afternoon or a good walk or whatever it is that you decide to do. Namaste.